I'm assuming that we are live. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. I hope you're all doing well on this fine Monday. A lot of people are asking me, bro, are you going to cover the Bitcoin dump? Bro, the market is dumping. I imagine that a lot of you guys who are tuning in would have probably expected the thumbnail and the title of this episode to be a little bit different. Maybe there'd be a picture of me on the side like this with like a red thumbnail saying Bitcoin is down. Is it all over? But you see, the thing is, the good thing about this is we had an episode a couple of days ago where we identified and outlined what we thought Bitcoin was going to do. And we're going to review that today. All right, we're going to review that straight after the shout out. First one in the list, we've got Shaq Beats, who I can't click on this comment, but big up to Shaq Beats. I can see another comment from you. I'll big you up in a second. We've got AB, who's not in the house currently, but he's going to be watching this recorded. So big shout out to you, brother. Thanks for tuning in early and leaving a comment, even though you couldn't make it for the live. I appreciate you. We've got August in the house. Love, good to see you, August. Very, very good. Hope you had a good weekend. We got Ali Yunus in the house. Good to see you, brother. It's nice to see that you're active and that you're learning. Very, very good. We got Frederico in the house, top trader. Love to see Frederico. We've got Imran Hussein in the house. Good to see you, bro. We've got Elizabeth. Thank you very much for tuning in, love. Trader Mac in the house. Always good to see you, my brother, even though like I see you every single day. It wouldn't be a stream without Phil the Flying Frenchman. He says, good morning, everyone from Canada. So big up to Phil. Good to see you. Hathawell, really good to see you, my brother. Really, really good. We've got Beatnik Trader who's saying, hello, everyone. Smash a hello for him in the chat. We've got Miel as well who's saying hello. So say hello to him or her as well. We've got Ken Leong in the chat. Good to see you, Ken. I remember you. I do remember you from before. Thank you for tuning in. Jan, football is life. Please, Dot. We're not going to be speaking about Polkadot today, brother. Maybe in another episode. But look, stick around because what we're going to be talking about is very similar to what you want to hear for Polkadot. It's a unique way of looking at it. So please stick around for the rest of the show. I'm going to be dropping some alpha. We've got Jan Hartwig in the chat. Happy Monday to you, Jan. Thank you very much. We got Robbie in the chat. Yo, NJ, how are you? Doing good. Thanks, my bro. Hope you're doing well too. Shaq Beats, there's your shout out, my bro. We've got James. We've got Jay Armo. We have got Angelo. Hi, NJ, back at it again. What's good, man? Good to see you, man. Thank you very much. We got Timur. We've got Mochstar. And we've got Nicholas Giroux. That's a name that I haven't said in a while. Good to see you, Nicholas. Thank you for tuning in. Right, that's the shout out done. So let's dive straight into it. Before we do, please, whether you're watching this recorded or live, I'm running a test in my head at the moment with engagement. Oh, we got Lily in the chat. Good to see you, sis. Really good to see you, sis. Thank you very much. Lily's an OG in the chat. She's been here since the very beginning, along with Liz, along with Phil, along with Hathawell, some of my proper old school NJ Army guys, you know? So I really, really appreciate you tuning in, Lily. We got John and we got Jay. Right. So look, before we go into Bitcoin, make sure whether you're watching this recorded or live, smash a like on the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and leave a comment. I'll give you a shout out. Or if you have anything you want to say, any questions or anything like that, put it in the comments, you know? Right. So we'll go over to Bitcoin now and we'll take a look as to what Bitcoin is doing. So you'll see here, this is an empty chart of Bitcoin. I didn't want to bring up the main chart because I mentioned in the last stream what I thought Bitcoin was going to do. Now, what we'll do is rather than going to my old chart, I'm going to plot it out here for you guys so you can see what I said on Friday and what's happened now on Monday. Okay, so there were two ranges that I was looking at. There was one range and two levels that I was looking at. Let's have a look. These were the two levels that I was looking at. Now, people asked me in the last episode, they said, NJ, what would you do in this scenario for Bitcoin? Should we go long or should we go short? And I can see a few comments coming in already discussing price. Here's my take on it. And thank you for being patient. My take on it is I mentioned in the last stream, and you can go back and check, I said if we was to break this level here and we did something along the lines of this, that's when I'd be looking to short. I also said, and I think it was a couple of people in the chat actually that said, NJ, what do you think about a typical SC deviation get back above, and then up we go. And I said, look, if the short setup comes, I'm not going to really take it. Why am I not going to take it? Because I believe that we are in a bull run now. And when you're in a bull market, you have to be very, very, very careful with your targets. You're not always going to get the pullback that you're looking for. A lot of people are looking for 32K, for example, right? And we're going to zoom out in a moment. Just bear with me. Let me talk. Listen to what I have to say. Absorb it all so that when you're looking at these lines and when you're looking at these candles, you're building a story in your head. This is how I like to trade. All right. I also mentioned that if we get the short scenario, I'm not going to take it. However, what I would think is that we are going to range. And go back to my previous episode and you'll see that's what I said. I said, I think that this support level here, it's making everybody get worried, making everybody get nervous. I'm seeing a lot of talk about distribution, for example, and we've got a nice deviation up here. So everyone's getting a bit worried, you know? However, I said, I think we're going to range and do this. And so far, that is kind of what we're leaning towards. Now, because we're in a bull market, why am I not trading this? Because I don't believe in these small ranges, not during a bigger bull run. We're in 2024 now. We're not in 2023. We're not in 2022. And we're certainly not in 2021. We're not sure yet, you know? I think that if we're going to be looking at macro ranges for bullish or bearish, we're looking at the wrong range. This is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, and I don't think that's the chart that we should be looking at, especially not for longs and shorts. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you take a trade. We get the over-under, right? We get the over-under. That's a good trade, isn't it? Because you've got your stop loss defined. You know what your targets are. You can take profits here. You could take profits there. You can manage this trade. However, the way that the altcoin market is moving at the moment, you're better off positioning yourself in a spot position where it might take a bit of time to make the gains that you're looking for, but at least you're in a more suitable position to push the volatility away from you and be in a position where you can make multipliers. As it stands in 2024, the main money has been coming from altcoins. People have been succeeding through making altcoins. So, if I'm going to put all of everything I just said into context, what does it look like? Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like this. Okay. And what I'll do is I'm going to remove these drawings. I'm going to delete this range. Okay. I know it's a bit confusing, but hang on. I'll delete this range and I'll go to the monthly. Given that we are playing on a macro level, this is the chart that we need to look at. Not that 4-hour range where it just encompasses that tiny part of the body, but no, a bigger range. Because now that we have confirmed an uptrend, we need to try and identify what will sustain this uptrend. We need to identify if this uptrend is going to be helpful for us and whether or not we should trade it. Now, why are a lot of people looking for 32K? That's very simple. 32K comes in at around this area here. This area here. Okay? In fact, it's actually this high here, which kind of is invalidated because it's already been traded against. You see this candle, this first bullish candle here. That's kind of where we invalidated this high here. Now, albeit, if we are in an uptrend, 32K could be a magnet of price. It could be. But look, let's step back for a second and let's try and understand what would 32K mean for the market. Let's say, for example, we look at this bearish pin bar on the monthly and we say to ourselves, all right, if we get above the monthly open or the yearly open, that's when we're bullish. But if not, then we're dumping and we're going to 32K right now. All right, cool. 32K is $8,000 away from where we are now. Let's say, for example, we did that. Let's say we did this. 32K is 8K away from where we are now. Now, look at this and ask yourself how your altcoins have performed during the initial dump between 48K, which we said was coming on this channel, all the way to 40K. To me, altcoins haven't really siphoned off. I see Dogecoin looking bullish. I see Vanry looking bullish. I see BRC coins looking bullish. I see I see many coins looking bullish. And in fact, there are many coins that you guys are holding in the chat that are in fact bullish. So many coins that I'm not even in are bullish. So we've already dumped 8K on Bitcoin. And we've got another 8K to get to 32K. The next question is 32K going to come? I don't think it will. If it does, then cool, whatever. But I don't think it will. The reason I don't think it will is because it's too clean. It's too clean. When you're in a bull market, once you've got confirmation you're in a bull market, the way that you manage your trends need to be different. This is something that took me a long time to learn. The difference between trend trading and price action trading, range trading. Trend trading, a lot of people can't do it. And that's why so many big KOLs, they say just during the bull market, just hold your tokens. Um don't don't sell, don't try and trade, just hold your tokens and let them go up gradually, because when pullbacks come, everyone runs and says, oh, it's over, it's not going to come back, Bitcoin is finished, the bull market's finished. You get shaken out of your positions and suddenly you find the coin going up, you're chasing it to try and FOMO, you can't get your entry back, and suddenly you've missed out on life-changing generational gains. Okay, now for me, I've already seen Bitcoin dump 8K and it's not really done much. If it dumped another 8K, fine. Do I think 8K is going to come? No. Now let's go back to my previous chart that we had in the previous episode and let's have a look to see what it looks like with a few more levels. All right. Now, if we zoom in a little bit here, we have broken a key support level, but in the overall 4-hour range, we've not broken that yet. So if we was to dump, why is 38K a magnet? 38K is a magnet for me because if you sort of look at the price action that we had here in the middle, yellow circles, each time we dipped, each time we got bearish, those dips were bought up very quickly. All right. Similarly, upon breaking this level here, which proved significant resistance, this 38K level was for some reason psychological. Once we broke above it, we've now found this range here. It does look like Bitcoin's turning. If it did turn, I don't think 32 will come. I think the short that you'll get will be to 38K. And it's exactly what I said in the last stream. I said that if we get bearish price action here, the maximum I'll be looking to short this is here. And I'm not even going to short it because it doesn't make any sense. You'll see in the next sort of half an hour to 40 minutes when we talk about the BRC ecosystem, you'll see why it's just a waste of time looking at all of this. What you need to look at this, you need to understand this because it will help you with your trading and it will help you with your understanding of the overall market. But pick and choose when to actually use it. If there's a bull market and all the altcoins are going up, you're not going to sit here and just chart Bitcoin all day. You're wasting your time. Now is the time for fundamental analysis. Now is the time to sort of understand, okay, if 2024 is going to be that bullish, then what narratives do I need to position myself into in order to make proper money from this market? Because I spent the last year trading this market. I was looking at these levels. I saw an opportunity here to go long. Bitcoin does this, Bitcoin goes down here. Everyone gets excited to short. We push back up. We hold this level here. We go up to here. That's looking like what? Let's see what type of R we're looking at here. Yeah. Let's say, for example, we sweep these lows. Let's go a little bit lower and we push price all the way up here. We're looking at about a 4-hour trade that could take a couple of weeks to unfold. But it is a very good setup. If you look to see the liquidity points that we've got underneath this range, you'll see that every time buyers bought it back, they were looking to probably put their stop losses here, and each time they got stopped. We've got a few clean lows here at 40.2K. I'm expecting those to get taken at some point. All right. And then if we do get the deviation and we do get back above this range level here of 40.7K ish, that's when I'm expecting for us to go higher. Ultimately, I don't care what this chart does right now, unless we get a black swan event, which could happen. It's not impossible. That's why it's called a black swan. I'm not really, really, really obsessed with trading this. And the reason for that is because my altcoins are printing so much better than Bitcoin or Ethereum is right now. And that's where we all need to be focused on. We need to be focused on altcoins. And that brings me to the next part of the show, which is the main part. You've seen it in the thumbnail, you've seen it in the headlines. Today, we're going to be talking about BRC. All right. BRC is something that you all need to learn. You have to learn this. It's so important because we have traded this in a different way many times in the past. Okay. Reading this is going to be a bit tough, so I'm not going to read it for you. I'm going to try and explain it in my way, in a way that a non-crypto savvy person can understand and explain back to somebody else. Okay, and I'll give you an example as well. I'll give you an example as well using other ecosystems like Polkadot and Solana, and why you need to be focused on BRC for this year. Okay, let's have a look at some of the comments before I start. NJ, are you still in CBOT? It's taking off. I'm not in CBOT, bro. There was a lot of drama behind that. Everyone thinks that I dumped 8%, which I didn't. I didn't. I really, really didn't. I sold 1%. That's it. I won't go into any further. If it's taking off, though, that's great. I'm very happy for the community. I hope you lot make lots of money off that. My G, I need a gym in the morning. Do you allow me to watch this recorded tomorrow? Yeah, Addy, it's recorded. For anyone who doesn't know, this stream is recorded. Lily says, I love bullish NJ. Kelvin says, evening all from Sydney. What's August saying? In a bull run, a dumb bull will make more money than a smart bet. Exactly. Exactly. And the reason for that is identifying the trend. Think about in 2022 when people make so much money off shorting, because that was the trend. The trend was to catch those shorts. You'd be looking at any sort of significant higher time frame level to short pullbacks. You know, similarly in a bull market, you can't really expect, you can't say, oh, okay, cool. Well, you know, we're going to go back to 32K because that's the main level. 32K is the level that we need in order to get liquidity to go higher. That's not necessarily true. We could front run. We could get sent right now. We could get sent right now. Right now, we could just push all the way up to 44K. I'm serious. That's how it is in the bull run. Okay? And every single time that this happens, people get more bullish and more bullish. And suddenly people will stop looking for deeper levels and they'll be looking for any little level that they can to long for higher prices. Okay, and then the bull market will compound. Everyone will get euphoric. Everyone will think that we're not coming back down. We're going to get more and more and more euphoric. Once our altcoins do 10 to 100x or whatever, I'll be telling you guys, look, guys, we've had a lot of fun. It is the bull market, but it might be time to start taking some profits and running away with what you've got. Okay, we'll go live as much as possible. You know the drill. As long as we get 100 likes on this video by Wednesday, I'll go live. All right. And obviously that number will change as we grow, but I'm just happy that all of us are growing together here on the NJ show. So look, let's talk about BRC20. What it is, how can we compare examples to try and understand what it does for us, and how can we make money from it? That's what we need to understand. How do we make peas from this? It's all good learning, but if you can't learn and actually apply it to make money, then there's no point. All right. So BRC20 is something that has come up very recently. It's a new narrative within crypto, and it's a narrative that people have been looking for a very, very long time. All of you guys know that the Bitcoin ecosystem, the Bitcoin network, has been a very slow network. It's a network that they've tried to improve over years to come. They've done the Lightning network. They've done everything they can to try and make Bitcoin usability as easy as possible. But with the coming of Ethereum, with the coming of layer 2s like Matic, layer 1s like Solana and Polkadot, the Bitcoin narrative transitioned away from a layer 0, layer 1, layer 2 in crypto, and it transitioned into people identifying Bitcoin as digital gold. All right, a store of value, as opposed to the cryptocurrency, the ecosystem, the platform that you can build and trade and grow from. All right, Ethereum took that. Now with BRC20, what they're doing is they are building a layer that can transition Bitcoin just being a store of value to a native ecosystem. And this is a massive game changer. Okay, I want you all to try and remember. I know some of you guys weren't here for 2021, but I want you to try and remember when Sam from FTX, when he tweeted, "I'll buy all of your Solana now for $3 and get lost." Solana went on to run to around $260 or something. If we could go back in time now and we could buy Solana at $3, I'm pretty sure you would all do it along with myself. I'd do it too, right? Not just because you're betting on Solana, but because you're betting on the Solana ecosystem. Now, if Solana is the father, all the ecosystem, all the projects that are built upon Solana are the children of Solana. All right. And that ecosystem keeps growing and growing and growing. And suddenly you have Solana, which is a big bubble. You've got multiple projects on the Solana blockchain that can do a heap of different things. You've got memes, oracles, you've got, data layers, privacy layers, all of those things that are being built on Solana. And essentially, anybody who loves Solana, anybody who wants to trade on Solana, anybody who believes in Solana can utilize that ecosystem. And the projects that launch on that ecosystem, they'll probably pump quite hard because everybody wants to trade on the Solana blockchain. Similarly, with Bitcoin, everybody's been waiting for this. We've been waiting for years for this. And this year is the year of Bitcoin. It's the year that Bitcoin, in my opinion, will take a big, big stand. Why? Because first thing is first, the Bitcoin ETF, right? The Bitcoin ETF. That's a very, very large piece of information. We saw that CZ got fired. We saw, well, he had to step down, sadly. And we saw BlackRock come in. BlackRock are trying to take over. They're trying to turn Bitcoin and crypto into more of a traditional ecosystem as opposed to the degenerate ecosystem it is now, where all of us are just throwing in money, making money. They're trying to really regulate it. And BlackRock coming in and getting these ETFs for us, that is the first step towards that. Okay? Now, the second thing that we've got is the Bitcoin halving. Now, the beautiful thing about the Bitcoin halving is that every time we have a Bitcoin halving, there's always a super cycle that supersedes it, and we have a massive altcoin run where alts do berserk numbers. Everybody makes lots and lots and lots of money, and we just get rich. Then a bear market follows. Okay, so the Bitcoin halving isn't quite here yet. That's coming in a few months' time. You guys are early. And I think this couldn't have come at a better time. This Bitcoin ecosystem could not have come at a better time. So look, one more time, let me make sure that you guys understand this. I don't want you to look at these words on the screen and think, oh my God, what is NJ talking about? I don't understand any of these words. It's very, very simple. Look at Polkadot, look at Solana, look at Matic, look at all of these blockchains, and look how these blockchains have grown over the course of the last couple of years, and look to see how many projects have been built on those blockchains that give you some kind of utility or use case. And it doesn't always need to be the case, by the way. Just to let you know, Solana, there was a meme coin that launched on Solana called Bonk, and Bonk went to $1 billion market cap. What does Bonk do? Nothing. What utility does it bring? What illness does it save? None. But it's a meme coin, and meme coins are the precipice of crypto. People love buying meme coins. I love meme coins. I used to hate it when I first joined crypto. You know, look at the multipliers people made from Bonk. Right? Look at the multipliers people made from other Solana projects that did really well. Matic as well. Matic had a few projects that launched that did really well. Polkadot with their parachains. In 2021, Polkadot was booming significantly because everybody wanted a parachain slot. Parachains were the narrative. Now we've got BRC20. That's the narrative. So I hope that makes sense. I know it was a good 5-10 minutes of nerdiness, but I really, really hope that makes sense because it's something that we all need to learn. This BRC ecosystem is going to be growing. It's going to be growing fast. And what we need a few comfortable hodls on this BRC ecosystem that we can park to the side and just let it do its thing for the course of 2024, maybe a bit of 2025. All right. And the beautiful thing about this website that I found here, well, Murtaza gave it to me, is it can give you a nerdy translation as to um, what the BRC ecosystem is doing, what it is, and how it works. And some of the coins that are on the BRC ecosystem that have already achieved a large market cap. So, for example, you could see Audi here, which is already at 1.3 billion market cap, and I don't think that was the all-time high. We've got Pepe coin on the BRC ecosystem. That's another version of Pepe, and that's already sitting at $460 million market cap. There are already a few altcoins that are launching, and there are a few that I would like to talk to you guys about too today, which I think will be a good hodl for 2024. Some of them are a bit high, but ultimately, when we're looking at Bitcoin like this, sorry, let me remove all of that. When we're looking at Bitcoin like this, and I'm zooming out and I'm seeing this kind of uptrend like this is over the course of a year now. A year. Right? We're seeing an uptrend in this fashion. Bro, I'm gonna have to block you, if just take it easy, footballers life. Take it easy. Take it easy. Otherwise, we'll have to mute you. I'm gonna mute you for 5 minutes because you're distracting me. But take it easy, okay? 5 minutes. There you go. Just chill. Just chill. When I'm looking at a uptrend like this, the first thing that comes into my mind is where can I DCA? What are the levels that I'm looking at where I'm thinking to myself, it might be a good time to buy some more? Obviously, at 48K, when chart looks like this, that's not the time to be buying. Okay? That's the time to be, aggressively looking to take some profits off the table, whatever it is. But then as we start pulling back, right, you start asking yourself, well, what is a good level to DCA? When are they going to run this back up to turbo? Okay, simply because every time we dumped, look at this price action here, everyone. Look at this. Oh, okay, 1 second. Move this. Oopsie. Move this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Look at this circle that I've marked out on the side here. And then look at this price action here. It's that type of price action that makes you think it's all over. But the question that you got to ask yourself is, all right, even if we do dump, let's say we do dump to 38K, let's say we do dump to 36K, when are they going to run it back? Are they going to run it back? Is there any reasons to? Well, yes, there are. We've still got the BTE, we've still got the ETFs, which are approved, but they're not trading yet. We're not seeing big money coming in. Yeah, I know we've got Grayscale selling a little bit, but when are they going to run it back? Do you think that the bull market is going to be a bull market that goes up to 48K like this and then dumps all the way to zero? It's possible. It's not impossible. Or do you think that we're going to break all-time high and go for higher prices? Now, me personally, I think we're going to break all-time high and go for higher prices. I think we're going to go into Bitcoin discovery. Price discovery, not Bitcoin discovery. I think we're going to go into price discovery at some point this year. So because I believe in that, I'm wondering what are the levels that I want to look at on a chart like this, where I say to myself, where am I going to DCA? And if I'm going to DCA, am I going to be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, or am I going to be buying altcoins? Because as Bitcoin pulls back, you will sometimes get a decent opportunity to buy a good altcoin. Now, the first altcoin that I've got on my list, which I think will be a good hodl, depending on where price comes in, is Multibit. Now, Multibit is a BRC20 token that obviously it operates. BRC20 means that it operates on the Bitcoin blockchain, and it operates on the Bitcoin blockchain via the Ordinals protocol, which I will speak to you guys about shortly. It's essentially, it's designed to it's a very, very easy concept, sorry, but it's designed to streamline, essentially, transfers between Bitcoin's BRC20 and Ethereum's ERC20, EVM. Yeah, that's it. It's designed to bridge the gap between Bitcoin's BRC20 and Ethereum's EVM. Do you see what I'm saying? And I explained this in the last episode as well, where I spoke about, imagine being able to go on your MetaMask and actually having a category for Bitcoin where you'd have platforms where you can even go and swap your Bitcoin. You'd use Bitcoin for gas, etc., etc. ETH doesn't feel so much like the king anymore. Okay, Multibit is one of those projects. It's currently sitting at roughly 138 million market cap, fully diluted, and I expect this to soar in the course of 2024. Since it launched, it had a high of $285 million market cap. I'm not sure if that's fully diluted, but with trading volume of $61 million, I think that that's enough of a sign to say this is probably going to do well in 2024. I think that this could easily be a 500 mil to $1 billion market cap play. And if it continues to slide lower, maybe a price that is affordable, something that could yield a bit more X's, I think I'd be potentially looking to take a position myself. Okay, the next one on the list is Satoshi VM. Now, Satoshi VM has had so much drama around it over the last couple of days. A lot of people are upset that influencers have bought into Satoshi VM at a low price, and a lot of people are upset about that. Now, I've got my own thesis on that. Number one, let me explain something to you guys. It might be difficult to hear it, but please, I hope that we're mature enough to have this conversation. Number one, if you are a person who is invested in cryptocurrency and all you do day in and day out is learn about cryptocurrency, you tweet about cryptocurrency, you have a social media presence regarding cryptocurrency, what's going to happen is there are going to be new projects that are looking to launch to market that are looking for visibility. It's not a a conspired pump and dump. It's never been like that. Solana wasn't like that. All these projects that you see in the top 100, none of them were like that. You know, maybe some of them were accused of being like that, but in the end, they're sitting in the top 100 to 200 cryptocurrencies with valuations of over $1 billion. All right. Projects will look to launch to market. They'll be doing the same things that we're doing right now. They'll look at the chart of Bitcoin and say, I wonder if it's a good time to launch to the market because Bitcoin is going up. I'm seeing that we're in an uptrend. The market is looking good. What can I do to get my project on the open market and get the right demographic audience of people to support? And what they do is they speak to influencers, they speak to people who have a cryptocurrency demographic, a cryptocurrency audience, and they say, look, we'll give you an opportunity to invest in the private sale at the private round as an investor because that person has earned the right to do it over the years. Okay? That person will invest, that person will share that they've invested on Twitter, for example, and that person will then advertise the product. Now, in the instance of Satoshi VM, when this project launched, it launched at $1. And when it launched at $1, I believe that private sellers, no, don't apologize. Don't apologize, bro. You don't have to apologize. It's a communication issue. That's all it is. Just be patient, watch the episode, enjoy it. And at the end, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop one. Also, you can message me on Twitter, bro. So don't worry about it. I wasn't picking on you. This project, it launched at $1 and a lot of people tweeted about it. There were many opportunities to get involved, albeit the chart isn't showing it here. Is there a way to click on max maybe? It's not showing it properly. Market cap, nope. Let's go to the live chart and let's go to the daily. Maybe 4 hour, right? It launched, it was at $1. No, it was here, around here. It traded in this region for about an hour or two. That's the region that it stayed in for the first couple of hours. It then proceeded to go up. Now, I had a couple of DMs from people saying, bro, I got into Satoshi VM because of you, and I'm up 6x or 5x. Some people said 2x, but thank you for the gains, bro. Now, what's happening on Twitter is very, very upsetting. It's annoying more than upsetting, because price is going to go up whether or not you like it or not. The, if a project is good and a project has the backing behind it and it has the FA behind it, it's going to go up whether you like it or not. You don't have to be in it. You don't have to take it. Do you see what I mean? However, at the same time, you're going to have to accept, all of us, including myself, that there will be occasions where you'll identify an altcoin that has the potential to 10x from right here, but somebody else might be up 100x instead of 10x. And you can go about it in two ways. You can sit there and moan and say, oh, you know what? I'm very unhappy with my 10x because that guy over there, he got 100x. Or you can say, do you know what? I'm moving well. I'm picking up my crypto. I'm 10x up on this. I'm going to take some profits on this. And I'm going to move into the next thing. But a lot of people, because they don't know how to trade, because they don't understand how the ecosystem works, they don't understand how even traditional investing works, they see somebody make more than them and they get upset. So they have to tweet about it. So they have to make noise. They have to show everybody in the world that they're crying about it. And it's boring. It's really boring. It's not going to make it type of characteristics. Focus on making money. That's how I grew. That's how I grew. I focused on making money. I did not sit there focusing on, just calling people out and shouting at people and annoying people. I wasn't doing that. Satoshi VM will be a good coin. That simply put, for me, it's got the potential to do multipliers from where it is. I'm hoping that we can get something like Bitcoin. So if you notice this price action here, it looks very similar to Bitcoin actually. In the range that I showed you, the two red lines, let me go back to it. H4, do it. You see this price action that we've got here? It looks quite similar to Savum. So as I said in the previous stream, where I spoke about Savum in much more detail, you can go back and look at it there. I wouldn't mind if we got some sort of spike down like this, or maybe even a nice sell-off, That would be nice. Somewhere like this, and then like this, and then that would be nice. But I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to get prices like that. If it comes, we'll tweet about it and we'll talk about it on stream saying, yo, this happened and I bought some. Let's see what happens. If it can go to like $5, I'm seeing a 10 to 20x there. Don't worry about whoever else made money. Don't worry about whoever else made this or that. Don't worry about the founder of this project. Just focus on your bag. If you take $100 or $1,000 from your 5K, from your 10K, from whatever, not financial advice, I'm just saying if, and you make a 10x on it, my bro, my sister, that's your money, bro. GG. I'm not going to take the credit for that. You might have learnt about it from me, but I'm not going to take the credit. You did that. You were the ones with the steel balls, with the diamond hands that bought your crypto and you traded it and you made your 10x. If I can help in that process, then awesome. I'm winning too. Look at this amazing community that I have right now. All of you people in the chat, you're all just so lovely. It's nothing like Twitter. Twitter is peak. But over here on YouTube, you guys are just insanely good, so much positive energy. And I really believe all of you guys will make it. There are a couple of millionaires in the chat. They just don't know it yet, So that's the mindset. Satoshi VM for me is a good play, man. It's a good play. Exchange listings coming up. Every single KOL on Twitter is behind it. Every single person has a good thing to say about it. Why would you fade free marketing? I bought into this coin. Every single person I follow talks about it in a positive manner. I don't need to know anything else. I don't need to focus. I'm going to put some money in. It will do a couple of X's, remove it, go on to the next thing. GG for a very good trade. All right. Let's see what Liz is saying. For example, I remember back when NJ got upset when he saw coins getting listed on Binance and he was not involved. He didn't get salty or jealous. He said, okay, what can I do to get these coins? Yeah, this was a conversation that me and Liz had, I think it was 2020. And I was so upset. All these coins, they kept launching, they kept going onto Binance, and I couldn't figure out what I couldn't figure out how to follow the smart money. So instead of crying about it and being salty watching other of my friends make millions, there's no need to do that. I've got my own life to focus on. I focus on making my own money. I bought some of those coins on Binance, believe it or not, and they did 2-3x's for me. I'll take a 2x every day over 100x. Do you see what I'm saying? And Khan says, what does the project even do? And MA says, like 99% of crypto, it does nothing. I agree. I totally agree. It does do more than that. It's actually a privacy layer for the BRC ecosystem. You should actually. I did an episode on this last week. You should probably go and listen to that episode because I'm bullish on it for the FA behind it and not just for the fundamentals. But like you guys are saying in the chat, you're totally right. It's seasonal. If this project had launched in 2022, it would have not done well because there was no money in the market. There was no liquidity. But when there is liquidity in the market, like XO always says, there is a time that comes when you have to be aggressive, and there is a time that comes when you have to be defensive. For the better part of 2022 and most of 2023, for me, I was defensive. The moment we broke 32K and started pushing up, I couldn't deny it anymore. Now it's the time to be aggressive. What does it mean by being aggressive? Does that mean cranking up the leverage? Does that mean doing 100x? No, it doesn't. Cranking up the leverage is not going aggressive. Going aggressive is, okay, I've woken up today. I've got some crap to do for my wife. I've got some crap to do for my mum. I need to help my sisters with this, my brother with that. And then I'm going to spend 2-3 hours and I'm going to study all these projects. I'm going to study multi-bit. In half an hour, I'm going to be somebody that can talk all about it. In half an hour after that, I'll be able to talk about Satoshi VM. Then I'll be able to talk about Swap. I'll be able to talk about Ordinals protocol. And I'll even be able to talk about new projects that are launching. And that's my 2-3 hours done for the day. That 2-3 hours of research that you just did is what's going to help you find the next one. Because these ones, in your mind, you're thinking, oh man, I'm a little bit late. But you're not late because it's the bull run. So there's going to be a plethora of new projects launching. Don't worry about this one. Worry about what you can learn from this one so that you can be early for this one. My 2 cents. Okay. Hey, smash a like on the video, please, if you don't mind. What's this? 15 likes. Are we? Is this a bad episode or something? Oh, 45 likes. All right. I just smashed a like as well. 46 likes now. Let's try and get the like spikes coming in. Thank you very much. I thought he was on 15 likes. Let's have a look at some of these comments and then I'll run through the last few and disappear. Savim has narrative and people talking about it. Yeah, Lily, you're a seasoned character though. You've been in crypto for a while now, love. So you kind of understand how to follow the patterns, how to sort of put the puzzle together. It's not about what the next big tech is. No one cares about that. We're in 2024. We're talking about things like teleportation and recreating life through tech. We're talking about AI. Don't worry so much about what groundbreaking technology the project has. Focus on the liquidity behind it. Focus on who's supporting it and why they're supporting it. Learn to follow the smart money. What does MA say here? You should really not care about what a project does. Just trade the trends and move on once you bank a profit. I like this guy, Who are you, MA? Who are you? You seasoned character. Who are you? What do you think about the Rose ecosystem? Bullish, bro. If you go to my Twitter page at TraderNJ1 and you type in Rose, I've only ever had good things to say about Rose. I bought some at 5-6 cents. I've got a small bag, not a big bag, and it's only like a 2x, I think, 3x since I last checked it. Bullish. Whatever you're learning about Rose, Bailey, the steps that you took to learn about Rose and the ecosystem, utilize those same steps to learn about BRC, utilize those same steps to learn about Polkadot, Solana, Injective, all these ecosystems that have grinded through the bear market and they're starting to shine now. Utilize those steps to learn about those. Easy way to make money, man. Easy way to make money. Shaq says, any thoughts on BFi Labs, bro? Good question, Shaq. Stick around. Maybe you'll find out in 5 minutes. John says, nice stream, bro. Very informative. More than who I usually watch. Hey, don't make me shy, John. Are you trying to make me blush in front of these beautiful audience that I've got right? Not happening, John. Not happening, my bro. You're not gonna see a brown guy go red right now in front of this lovely audience I've got. All right, I see some chats coming in about Grok. Yeah, I'm still holding Grok. Obviously, look, Grok dumped, bro. What can I say? It's not meme season. Grok was going up during meme season. It's not meme season right now. It's BRC season right now. So of course I'm still holding Grok. I'm down on it. I think my average entry was around 30 mil, and for the first time in a little while, I'm in red. I wasn't in red since I got in. Since I got in, it just kept going up. I think it did dump and I bought more, which lowered my average. And then now it's doing shit. It's doing shit though, like all other meme coins are doing. If you looked on Twitter like 2, 3 days ago, you'd see that everybody was talking about Doge. Doge ain't done anything. Elon's not tweeted about Doge. It's not meme season. It's a good question, Waris, yeah, because you got the question isn't are you still holding Grok? The question isn't why is Grok down? The question is why is memes not pumping? That's the question. That's how you start building the hypothesis for how you follow the smart money. You understand? Not everything's just going to go up in a straight line. It's going to take some time. But yeah, man, I'll be there. When Grok starts pumping, I'll be there. When I bought into Myro, I bought into Myro at 25 mil market cap. I did some OTC with the team as well where I bought even higher, right? And then it dumped to 15 mil market cap. Everyone was like, right, NJ, you've done it again, fam. You serial dumper. Bruv, I bought more at 15 mil market cap. So did Mac, so did AM, so did a few guys that I work with. We all bought. We FOMO'd, we bought. Myro ran to 300 mil market cap. It happened like that. That's crypto. That's how you position. That's how you play. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. I see a lot of chats coming in saying, thank you, etc., etc. I appreciate you guys. Don't thank me. Thank you. Thank all of you for tuning in and for showing love. I see you guys on the Telegram channel as well showing a lot of love. It does not go unnoticed because the engagement of the stream is picking back up again. I'm going to start streaming 3 times a week, okay? Just keep coming, keep turning up, keep getting us to 100 likes. Everybody has to do their part because it's a community. It's not like it's not a football channel or it's not like a TV show. It's me. I'm a real person. I'm live right now with you. And as long as you guys are here, I have to be here. Okay? So I've got a big bag of AIT. Exactly. Waris, again, say it correctly. I have a big bag of AIT for when AI season returns. Think. Good shit though, so do I. I've got a big bag of AIT too. Vanry, when $1. Do you know what? I'm betting this year, you know. I think it will happen this year. I think it will happen really quick when it does. For now, though, I'm kind of targeting 30 to 50 cents. I think 35 cents, we're going to see some wobbly behavior. Maybe we'll get to 50 cents if the volume is there. But I know that at some point, this is going to go back to $1. This is going to go back to $1. So yeah. So two more projects that I'm looking at on the BRC ecosystem. Audiswap. Audiswap is basically Uniswap for Bitcoin. There's nothing else to say about that. I don't need to make a long translation about Audiswap. You know, Audiswap is a protocol that aims to reshape the liquidity dynamics on Bitcoin's native layer, right? And through the BRC20 standard and the ordinals. I'm not going to do that. It's Uniswap for Bitcoin, bro. That's it. Like, come on. Simple. It's Uniswap for Bitcoin. You saw what Uni did for ETH, right? You saw what Uni did for ETH. So Audi has to be on here. Audiswap. All right. Keep that on your radar because I think this is going to do really well. It needs its own period. It needs its own period of time, but it will do well. And obviously, finally, ordinals. Audi itself. Not Audiswap, Audi. And we can see here that we're starting to curve downwards. And maybe an entry will come. There are multiple levels I can see just on this chart as to where an entry would come. But given that it's fully diluted at 1.3 billion market cap, although I think it will go higher, I'd wait for pullbacks to get in on this one. And once again, I mean, you know, with Audi, it's this is where it all started, guys. This Audi is ordinals. This is what kicked off the whole BRC20. So if you want a cheat sheet on how to get smarter on BRC20, then I would start with Audi. Like, this is what started it all. I think the guy behind this, Domo or something his name is, he's the one that made the tech that allowed that Bitcoin to bridge over to BRC, which allows you to now trade fungible tokens on the Bitcoin network. So this one, and just before I leave, there's two more projects. You'll have seen this on my Twitter. I've invested in this one. All right, Launchpads are another set of narratives that I'm looking at. Launchpads. So, a lot of you guys in the chat have asked me today. You said, NJ, what do you think about the Rose ecosystem? NJ, please, can you talk about Polkadot? NJ, please, what do you think of Vanry? All of these three, they're layer ones, right? And they're all going to have ecosystems, and they're all going to have launch pads that incubate projects and launch new projects on those blockchains. So BRC app is the launch pad for BRC. Okay, and it's very, very simple. Again, I'm not going to go into massive detail on this. It's so easy to figure it out. Why is this all Chinese, bruv? Why is this all Chinese? All right. Anyway, it's very, very easy to figure out. You buy tokens, you stake tokens, you get tickets when new projects launch, like BFi Labs, right? They'll launch partly through BRC app. You stake your tokens on BRC app and you'll get a potentially small ticket into BFi. All right. I did this in the last bull market. Okay. Before I was trader NJ, I used to be crypto Nas, right? I was a zero account, like had 100 followers or something like that. I used to do that all the time. I used to try and get into competitions and enter public whitelist address. I used to go on launch pads. There was Polka Starter back then. I bought a little bit of Polka Starter and I staked it, and I got a couple of tickets which gave me like $50 in on a private sell, which actually was very good because I think I cashed out like $1,000 from that private sell, and it all stemmed from me staking my tokens early enough to get into those projects that were being incubated on that blockchain by that launchpad. So similarly, I'm an investor of BRC app. Yeah. Liz goes, it's very easy to figure out. And then I saw everything Chinese and I was like, why is everything Chinese? Have you guys noticed that? Like, everything is just Chinese. I don't read Chinese. I'm going to message the team today. I'm going to message them and ask them what's going on here. Because that doesn't look normal to me. I don't like that. That's not great marketing, is it? I'm just being honest. I've staked my tokens. I've not sold my tokens. I've staked all of them. So I'm not overly happy with that, to be honest. But BFi Labs, that's not one that I'm disappointed in. This one is literally doing what Savim did. It's attracting so much attention. And if you go to my previous episode, the first thing I said in that previous episode was, I'm so happy to be doing this episode where I can talk about new projects and liquidity is flying towards them, because that's what people are looking for. They don't care about dinosaur coins anymore. They're looking at new projects now. BRC20 is a new narrative, so new money, new narrative, new money, new market capitalization, meaning new projects. You see what I mean? The BRC ecosystem just started growing. I think it's going to go a hell of a lot higher, and I think it's going to capitalize a lot in this market. I think that Bitcoin itself, in terms of an ecosystem, it has so much catching up to do. So much. Look at the Solana ecosystem. Look at the Polkadot ecosystem. Take all their projects, give me a market cap. Take all of Bitcoin's ecosystem projects, give me a market cap, it will be significantly lower than the Polkadot, Solana, or whatever, And when you compare how far the BRC ecosystem can grow, you'll understand why I think we're in a bull market. Some of these coins, right, are going to do insane numbers. Like, I remember, right, when Solana was dumping, it was years ago. It was at the end of 2020. And at $1, Liz was like FOMOing in. She was buying heavily. And I was thinking to myself, no, I'm going to wait a little bit lower. Probably going to wait for lower prices and then get a proper R to R, because my charting skills and stuff, I'm a trader, right? So I'm going to wait for a proper entry. Bro, Solana went to $260. It never came back. It never came back. I managed to get into a few of the ecosystem projects, but it never came back. And so many of these altcoins are going to do that this year. So many, so many. Taking profit will be the hardest thing, but making money, I think all of you will do it. All of you. BRC20 trading terminal functional with your favorite crypto wallet, BFi Labs. Once again, another project bridging Bitcoin's blockchain to EVM, to fungible tokens that you can trade on other platforms, other ecosystems, and bridging them together. Okay? What we got here? I can't. Age restricted adult content. How old do you think I am? What is this? How can this think I'm 15? Anyway, you can see a bunch of the projects that Ape Terminal have worked with, and BFi is one of them. BFi Labs, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm expecting it to fly out the door. Okay, I don't want any of you to FOMO the moment it launches. I want you to pay attention to the price action and look for the pullbacks. You're not here to FOMO in and make 10x on the first day. You're here to learn about what this does, what it offers to the Bitcoin ecosystem, what the comparisons are to the other ecosystems, and what you think it can do. I think BFi Labs is going to do really, really well. Okay, don't FOMO. Look for an opportunity to on a pullback. Do not buy the green, buy the red. You'll sell the green whenever you feel like it. Ultimately, I think over the course of the year, it's going to do really well. It's the second IDO that has been incubated by AIT Protocol. What was the first one again? The first one was BRC app, wasn't it? Yeah, the first one was BRC app. Hold on. Second IDO. Where's the first IDO? Hold on. Because I need to go now anyway, but hold on. This looks so much different to that other Twitter page that we were on, right? You know, that Chinese one. Like, look at the difference between this and this. I hope I'm not fudding here, but anyway, I can't find it. Ultimately, one to keep an eye on. 53,000 registrants. It's pretty serious. Everybody's excited over it. So am I, and I think it will do well. Anyway, guys, look, I'm a bit tired and I need to go do some boxing. So I will catch you guys on Wednesday. Get us to 100 likes. If we don't get to 100 likes, I won't be coming live on Wednesday or Thursday. If we do get to 100 likes, I'll make sure I come home very soon and I'll make sure we stream very, very, very soon. Okay. If you are watching this recorded, please do leave a comment. I will see it. I will read it. I promise you I will. Take care, everybody. And subscribe. If you learned something or if you enjoyed the stream, smash a like on the video and subscribe. I'll catch you all in a couple of days. All right. Take care, everyone. Stay safe on the markets. Don't over leverage. There's no point. There is no point over leveraging. Don't even leverage. It's long. It's so long. We'll do that next year when the bear market starts. When there's no altcoins to long, when there's nothing to do, we'll just trade candles. For now, focus on the FA. It is the key to success this year. All right, take care. Catch you in a bit.